Hi learners, welcome here. Now in this part of the video I am going to start the pronoun chapter because many of the learners they told me that they also want to enjoy such sessions in English language, and this is why I just came here to explain this chapter in English. So in this part of the video I will explain about pronoun. So before studying the pronoun, you have not yet watched the noun chapters, all gender, all masculine to feminine gender, noun cases, noun similar to plural, then you need to watch these videos beforehand because it would be very helpful for you to understand this pronoun chapter. So let's start knowing what is pronoun, what are the features of pronoun, and how can you find out pronouns in the sentence. How does pronoun replaces noun, and what are the uses of the pronoun in our everyday life. We'll also know that without pronoun there are several things in English grammar which will be left untouched and we'll be unable to understand in future. For example, if you don't know the pronoun in a very good order, then we can't replace the pronoun with the nouns. We have to always use the nouns at that time and we'll be completely confused that time. So we have to study the pronoun in to just replace nouns. Okay. So you can see that the definition is also saying that pronouns replaces nouns, and pronoun is a word that replaces nouns. It means that you can write a small paragraph and there you can write a noun again and again, and thereafter you can shift the pronoun together. Okay. So let's see, because I have already written here the personal pronoun, and at first I need to just explain them, and then I will also write a small paragraph and I will just try to replace all the nouns with the help of the pronoun. So at first you need to know the pronoun. Okay, you have to know that what are the kinds of the pronouns also together. So there are the pronouns you can see here: a personal pronoun, reflexive pronoun, emphatic pronoun, distributive pronoun, interrogative pronoun, possessive pronoun, indefinite pronoun, relative pronoun, and demonstrative pronoun. So these are all the noun pronouns. In some books these pronouns are also written in 7 parts, and in some books these are written in 9 Okay, so let's start with the personal pronoun. So what is the personal pronoun? Personal pronoun is the pronoun when it shows the personal thing, like the human being, like the person. So that is called personal pronoun. But it is not 100% right. Why? Because these pronouns, among these pronouns, there are some pronouns like they and it. They are not always used for the human beings. They are also used for the animals, non-living things, and also weather and time. Okay. And whenever the subject is similar, then it is replaced by it. And whenever the subject is plural, then they are replaced by they. So let's start without wasting the time. At first, we'll see that how to find out, how to recognize the personal pronoun. So to get out the correct meaning of the personal pronoun, we need to know about at first the person. So personal pronoun has the 3 persons. The first is the first person, second is second person, and third is the third person. Now first person singular number has I, plural has we, singular has second person you, and plural has you. Third person singular has he, she, it, and plural has they. Now, in the third person singular number, there are not only certain pronouns, you can see here clearly, he, she, it, but it has also some nouns. They are similar, whether the noun are from the proper noun or the common noun, but these nouns should be similar. So these nouns are in the singular. For example, Radha is single, here book is single, here pen is single, and cow is single. But if you write all these in plural them, then you will find out that these are in the plural one. So in the third person singular number, here there is not only he, she, it, but also there are Radha, book, pen, cow. In the same way, in the third person plural number, there is not only they, but also Ram and Mohan, cows, etc. So third person singular number is both used for he, she, it, and also a common noun or for other nouns which are similar. Now the question is also asked many times that is first person and second person both are used for your only person? Not. It is not true at all. These first person and second person, they are not always used for human beings. They are also used for non-living things. But when these non-living thing acts as the living things, then you can use I, we, and second person you also. For example, if you speak that chair and fan, I take another example here. Chair and fan, they started fighting each other. Chair started scolding fan and fan started abusing chair. So in what way they will converse to each other? They will also be conversing in I and you, or they will be also fighting with the pronouns I and you. So that is the difference between the two. Okay. Now, how to find out the first person, second person, and third person? So I already have written this in table, but you can see that here is I, here is you, and sometimes you becomes I, and sometimes I becomes you. In what cases, what condition? I becomes you, and you becomes I. So you can see here. When the I will speak to you, I will be always first person. But when you will speak to I, you will be first person. It means the essence of the communication between the I and you will always be happening. And it is not the one-way communication whenever you meet to some friends. But whenever you are in the auditorium, whenever you are addressing somewhere, if the persons are not asking you the question, then you are in the one-way communication, and that time you will be always I, and the other person will be always you. So here you can see that whenever I and you, they are just talking to each other. Here I is the speaker. It is speaking about himself. Okay. So I would be the speaker, and a speaker is always called the first person. And because I is saying something to you, and you is the listener, this is why you is the second person. Again, when it will be the turn of the you to speak something, then you will speak to I. That time you would be considered as first person, and I would be considered as the second person. So here sometimes I becomes you and you becomes I. So that's why I have written in this way. Second way thing is that whenever I and you, they are talking to each other, then they would not talking about himself or herself. They would also speak about outside things. They would also speak about their friends. They would also speak about their animals, pets, horses, or which they are facing in everyday's life, about the worldly life, about what's happening in the world. So all these things they would speak to each other. They would talk about third person. For example, I is speaking that my friend is not well. So my friend would be here what person? My friend would be third person. Third person singular number because there is only one friend. So it would be in this chart. But if I speak that my friends, because it is plural, so it would be in this way. My friends. So here my friends, my friend would be in this chart, and my friends would be in this chart. So that would be the different way. So that is the way to understand the first person, second person, and third person. Now so far you would have got it very well. What is the person, what is the first person, second person, and third person, and how can you easily find out about the first person, second person, and third person. Now I will write a sentence, a very small sentence. It would be in the form of the paragraph. There would be the simple sentences in this paragraph, and I would just replace all these nouns with the help of the pronouns, and you would be taking so much help from it. Okay, so let's start. So just I write here one sentence. I write here, for example, Anthony. Anthony is a farmer. Anthony loves Anthony's son. Anthony's son. Anthony does not tell a lie. Anthony always tries to or always efforts. Anthony always efforts. Now there's difference between try and effort. Try is a simple thing that you are trying, but I think that something is not going in the good order. But effort is that you are making more and more energy to just make something possible. So that is here efforts. Anthony always efforts to do good things in Anthony's life. Anthony's life. Now you can see here, I can also write in a stretch this paragraph, and it would be a big one. But here it would be not the great way to just explain it. It can be also called the great way to explain if you are able to just understand it, and you can write in the same order. So you can also write here. Okay. For example, if you're writing here that Anthony is a farmer. So Anthony is a farmer. So you can see here what kind of pronoun you have to shift to Anthony. What happens that mostly new learners, they start the sentence with Anthony, and she commits mistake by replacing it with he and she directly. So if you start replacing the pronoun like this, he and she, it would be wrong. Why? Because it would be not be finally evaluated, considered. About whom are you talking to? About whom? You are talking about Anthony. You are talking about some other nouns here. So you have to write the name. That name might be singular, plural, or something at the beginning of the sentence. So beginning of the sentence you have to write like this: Anthony, Anthony. Anthony. Now you have written Anthony at the beginning of the sentence. Now you can write in the same way: is a farmer. Later, again Anthony is seen here. Okay, so Anthony is present here. So you have to Anthony with pronoun, replace pronoun. So Anthony's pronoun is he because it is a male gender, and with male you always replaces it with the masculine pronoun. So masculine pronoun is here he. So now here you can see here that in place of Anthony he has been used, and Anthony has been replaced completely. So he loves. Now again written it is Anthony's son. So you can write he loves his son. Again Anthony does not tell a lie. So again Anthony is Here called. So you can write here, he does not tell a lie. Tell a lie. Again, Anthony always efforts to do good things in his life. So you can again write that he always efforts to do good things in his life. Now you can clearly see that here. Here in place of Anthony, Anthony has been completely written. So all this one paragraph has been taken into one paragraph. Okay. These all sentences are written in simple one. You can, with the help of the advanced grammar and good grammar, you can convert them into compound and complex. It would be seen your geniusness that how do you just do it. Okay. So what happens that in place of Anthony, he is used. So he is here subjective case, it is nominative case, you can say. Again, he is here used. So he is here again nominative case, that is subjective case. Okay. And here Anthony has been replaced by he. Again, he has been used as a masculine gender. Okay. Again, here it is written that good things in his life. His is here what kind of pronoun? It is the possessive pronoun. Why? It is also called possessive adjective, possessive pronoun, but it depends upon the difference between the two to find it out. Okay. So you can see that in place of he, his has been used here. Okay. So now you can see the clear meaning of the above sentence and the below sentence. Both have the same meanings, but above sentence that is seen here a little bit awkward or weird, but the below sentence you can see it is completely written in a good order and it is completely comprehensible or understandable. Okay. So you can see that whatever the matter that is written, whatever the language that is written in the below sentence, it is completely based on the above sentence, but only the pronouns have been replaced in place of noun, and these pronouns make the sentence very lucid, simple, and very easy to understand. Okay, so thank you so much by then, and you can also write your opinion in the comment box, because many of the learners demanded that I also need to make the sentence or make the English grammar video in English to English, so we can also watch it and enjoy it in our classroom, and they would also get a lot of benefits or advantages from such videos. So you can write your opinion yourself, and you can also tell that wherever, if I have left anything that is still untouched, you can also write where is it, and I would also try to cover the next part of the videos. By then, just take care. Thank you so much.